it's for me. Okay, for me, I don't like this exercise. I'm not a big fan. You have. What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to be taking a look at Dr. Mike Israetel's tricep training. I was just scrolling through YouTube, and literally 20 minutes ago, Mike posted this video right here: Exercise Scientist Top 5 Tricep Exercises. So I'm going to be going over them today. I haven't watched the video. It was literally just posted, and I was scrolling, finding a video to react to. So we're going to be reacting to this one today, and I'll let you know what I think, but let's get into it. Before we watch the video, actually, I'm going to predict right off the bat that there's going to be some exercise, some kind of overhead extension. I'm assuming possibly or probably a cable overhead extension and at least one like press down. That's what I'm guessing. But again, let's see.
The easy bar overhead tricep extension. You'll notice that a lot of really jacked guys and pro bodybuilders don't really do this, probably also because they don't have the mobility anymore. But if you have the mobility, this is just one of the best tricep exercises you could ever do.
First exercise, easy bar overhead tricep extensions, completely on board there. It's got a great amount of range of motion, a great stretch, a lot of tension in the stretch position, and because it's overhead, it's going to be hitting the long head of the tricep really hard, as well as the medial and lateral heads. And the reason why when you put your arm over your head, the long head gets engaged is because the long head, there's three heads to the tricep basically, and the long head is the only head that crosses the shoulder joint, so it's affected by your shoulder position. So when you raise your arm up, the long head gets stretched a lot more, but if you put your arm back behind your torso, it gets contracted a lot more. So, but the other two heads, the medial and lateral heads, don't cross the shoulder joint. So it's only affected by you bending the elbow. But because the long head crosses the shoulder joint, it has a second function or whatever. So in order to maximally stretch it, we need to be able to put our arms over our head, whereas we can get a peak stretch or whatever. Like on a press down, we're getting the maximum stretch on the medial and lateral heads because it only crosses the elbow. But if we go up here, you can see the tricep, it's going to start extending, and that's the long head working.
Folks, my next also favorite tricep exercise for mega slabs of gains. The barbell skull crusher can be done with an easy bar. It can be done with a Smith machine. It can be done with a regular barbell and everything in between. You can do a skull crusher to touch all the way behind your neck on the bench. You can touch the top of your forehead. You can touch the bridge of your nose, the tip of your nose. You could kiss the bar a little bit.
Next exercise, he has the barbell or easy bar or skull crushers. What do I think of that? I think, again, an amazing exercise. I don't do this exercise as much as I used to, just because I find that the cable is a little bit, I don't know what word. It just feels a little bit smoother to me. But again, I think it's a great exercise. Just note, he says, you can do it where you go overhead or to your face or whatever. I would always recommend you do it overhead because you're going to activate or you're going to stretch the long head way more. So just note that if you don't go overhead like that, you're going to be working the medial and lateral head probably quite a bit harder than the long head. But all in all, they're still great exercises. If I had to grade it, I'd probably put the one where you go to your face or your neck or whatever, I'd probably have to put that in like A tier, and the one behind your head, that I'd give an S tier. But again, 2 for 2 so far. Great exercises, and I do these all the time, and I think you should include them as well.
All right, My next, also awesome, also favorite, also tricep exercise is the cable pushdown. Yeah, the cable pushdown is like the sloppy Joe at lunchtime in public school of exercises. No one gets super excited about it. Every Friday you gotta do it.
And like I said before, he's gonna have one push down, so he's got tricep push downs. Again, I think it's a great exercise, but the way I like to do it, and many of you are probably gonna be like,
oh, this is some stupid science gimmick shit.
Whatever, do your push downs however you like. But for me, I like to do it the way Eric Janicki does it, where you wheel in a bench and then you lie down and the weight is actually positioned behind you. For me anyway, I feel like I can get even more range of motion, a deeper stretch on the triceps. It just feels really good for me. If you don't want to wheel a bench in, I understand. It's a pain in the... I mean, it's not really a pain in the ass, but depending on where the cable machine is at your gym, obviously I have a home gym, you know, maybe it's a pain in the ass to wheel a bench over. You can do press downs how you would, where you just lean over the bar like this, and do it how you normally do it. The only thing I would say is sometimes I see people doing press downs. They're very upright like this. You want to lean a little bit over just to give you that leverage advantage, because a lot of times the rear delts can get engaged a little bit if you're just upright like this. So you want to lean over like that and leverage over the bar. But again, great exercise. Gonna hit all three heads of the tricep, but target the medial and lateral head a little bit more in the long head because it's not overhead, but great exercise nonetheless. That's 3 for 3.
Number 4 of my favorite tricep exercises is the behind the neck single arm dumbbell extension. Now you can do this with cables. If you did it with a barbell, I would be very impressed. The thing is, yes, behind the neck extensions with cables and with barbells are awesome when it's 2-arm. But sometimes it means a lot of spinal strains. You got a lot of weight up there, you got to balance and stuff. And some people prefer a little bit more of a deep stretch and a little bit more mind muscle connection with one arm at a time.
One arm dumbbell overhead extensions. Again, it's for me. Okay, for me, I don't like this exercise. I'm not a big fan. You have to do one arm at a time, and I feel like the tension curve is not too bad because you get a lot of tension in the stretch, and as you go up, tension is reduced, which is okay. But for me, I kind of just like the more uniform feel of like the cables and the barbell. I also don't really like doing one arm at a time. Now, maybe if you have asymmetries and stuff like that and you're trying to bring up one arm and stuff like that, I think this is a great exercise. But if I had to have the other 3 exercises in like A and S tier, I'd give this one a B. Just not, I know for not, I don't have this issue anyway, but sometimes it can feel awkward getting the dumbbell behind your head, especially, I mean, he's doing it one arm at a time, but like if you go 2-arm like this, it can be a bulky dumbbell, and I don't know, not really vibing with that one. But again, if you like that exercise, I do think it will grow your triceps well. But for me, and what my goals are and what I want to do, not really it for me.
All right, folks, my last but not least favorite tricep exercise is the low incline dumbbell skull crusher, but with a twist. I'm gonna come down with the dumbbells in a neutral grip, and you're gonna go straight down to get as deep below your shoulders as possible for that extra crazy stretch, letting your elbows come back and up towards your head. From that position, it's difficult to restart. So it's gonna be a very heavy controlled eccentric. We're gonna make it easier on the way up by you tilting your elbows forward and then doing a JM press style extension.
Okay, and his last one is like a modified version of the dumbbell skull crusher, and I gotta be honest, I've never tried something like that before, so I mean, it looks good, but I mean, I can't really speak on it. I've never tried it before, so you know what, next arm day or bicep, tricep, shoulder day I do, maybe I'll give this one a shot. Now, normally for me, I'm not as big of a fan of doing dumbbell skull crushers as I am with like an easy bar. I like that a little bit more. But this looks like a fine variation. I mean, see, it sounds like, I mean, you're kind of getting the benefits of the long head by going behind and then almost doing like a, like he said there, a JM press. So it's kind of like a 2-to-1 kind of deal there. So I mean, I'll have to try that. But overall, I think these are some pretty sick exercises that are going to grow your triceps. Definitely going to have to give that dumbbell skull crusher modification thingy a try. I've never done it before, but I'll let you know maybe if I like it or not. We'll see. I think I will. It looks fairly good. A little different to how you normally do it, obviously, but looks nice. Now, my triceps are actually a weakness on my physique. They just don't have that full shape to them, so I'm really trying to bring them up. So definitely going to be doing some of the exercises Mike listed here. If you want to go follow him, the original video will be linked in the description. I think these are some amazing exercises. And yeah, there's my opinion on it. If you guys have enjoyed, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you're new here, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.